What's up? What's up? What's up? This your boy Rita, the Habibu, coming to you on my YouTube channel. I ain't been here for a minute because I'm constantly working, ongoing. Gotta take care of home. You know what I'm saying? As far as that go, and I'm just coming to you. Want to talk to you about these New Testament cats, and it's kind of crazy. Um, about what's going on because we know now new world order is being implemented due to the fact that this COVID thing going on, and they trying to mandate it that hey, you're gonna take the vaccine or it's gonna be consequences. Understand that. The reason I titled this New Testament are Oblivious is because we having these issues about the word, about what's uh according to the Most High's will and what's not. And it seems like every time that you New Testament readers cannot come up with a solution to fit the answer to a question that's been asked to you, that you want to joke and laugh about what's being said. Now I'm on Facebook and I made a statement on the timeline about the things was to take place about we was talking about multiple wives. Women have a big issue with that topic. Why? Because the fact is women are selfish. Women are used to being just them and that one man. Now, if there's a law that's implemented that if a man takes another wife, he should not diminish her from her food and raiment or duty. Who are you to tell a man, a Hebrew or Hebrew man, what they can or what they cannot do? Because for one, you got to understand this. We are loyal to God. We are loyal to his covenant. We are not loyal to one another. If that was the case, then when you read according to the law of Deuteronomy 24, 1 through 4, and it tells you that a man shall put away a woman for her uncleanness, that means you got to put her away. So how can you be loyal to a woman that's unclean if God telling you to give her a bill of divorcement? That's not loyalty. Our loyalty is always to the covenant and to God. Just what happened with King David, God said he blessed him with wives. He didn't have to kill your wife. He said if there had been too little, he would gave him another wife. So who are you women to sit up here and tell men what they can and cannot do? You're not God. We do not follow you. We honor the covenant, not to an individual. According to the covenant, God tells us how we supposed to live as a nation to our people. That's what the covenant is about. Sharing and caring for your people. It doesn't tell you to come up with a law and tell a man what he can or cannot do. Now, a question was asked, how can we become a nation in a confused land? And this is right here in Jeremiah 29, 1 through 6. This was God was telling Israel to do in order that they don't diminish. Because the fact is that we know our people are constantly being killed in Americas through the four corners of the earth. And God telling us to multiply in order that we do not diminish. Jeremiah 29th chapter, first verse. Now these are the words of the letter that Jeremiah the prophet sent from Jerusalem unto the residue of the elders which were carried away captives, and to the priests and to the prophets and to all the people whom Nebuchadnezzar had carried away captive from Jerusalem to Babylon. After that, Jeconiah the king and the queen and the eunuchs, the princes of Judah and Jerusalem, and the carpenters and the smith were departed from Jerusalem by the hand of Elasah, the son of Shaphan, and Gamaliel, the son of Hilkiah, whom Zedekiah king of Judah sent unto Babylon to Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon, saying, Thus said the Most High of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon. Build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat the fruits of them. Take ye wives and begat sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished. And seek the peace of the city whither I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Most High for it, for in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. For thus saith the Most High, the God of hosts of Israel, let not your prophet or your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken to your dreams, which ye cause to be dreams. Now check this out. Due to the fact that we, Israel, are in captivity, our people are constantly being killed in America. So who are you to tell us, or a woman gave me an example due to her grandparents had 22 kids and raised them, that's all they need. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear what you're talking about, because you're not God. The word was said to multiply your seed. And the reason was for this was due to the fact that our people are here in America is constantly being killed in America. That we're deteriorating. So with that being said, how can we multiply in the earth if we're not doing what God tells us to do? And who are you to go against what God told us to do as men? That's why the thing is, when it comes down to women, women are ignorant to the law. Women understand the law. Women do not know the law. God said what he said, for my flock are men. That's what he said in Proverbs 8:4. I think it's also in Ezekiel 31:34 also, that God said with the men. It's up to the men who are to teach the laws to the people. Because what we got going on now, we got women so holy and down in the word that nobody can tell them nothing. But then God tells you that he said what? He said for his flock are men. Ezekiel 31, let's see. Not that one. Let me see. Because, see, women got a problem when it comes down to more than one woman. And even according to the prophecy, God said there's several remnants shall cling unto one man. Isaiah 4:1. And see, this is the thing where God keep on telling you, show what happened back then will repeat itself again. That's why you get Isaiah 41:21-23, because it's letting you know what happened back then is going to repeat itself now. You see what I'm saying? So what they did back then when they had multiple wives is what's going to happen in the future. So the thing is, when you got women over here that's trying to dictate to you what you can and can't do, and say, if you do this, I will not be a part of it. You ain't doing nothing being judged by God, because the thing is, if this is part of the covenant and God tells you to do it and you refuse to do it, look what happened to Sarah in Genesis 16 after she gave Hagar to Abraham. And all of a sudden, she ended up envying Hagar and she hated her. What happened? An angel was sent to Hagar to tell her to go back to Abraham. This is what we deal like what they said with surrogate mothers and stuff. Well, in most cases, if you look through the word of God, uh, you had a lot of women that was barren, that was not able to conceive, that they used their handmaid and allowed their handmaids to end up becoming intimate with their husband. But the thing is, after that took place, that child that they conceived became the child of the barren mother. That's when you look up in the story about Leah and Rachel, when both sisters was barren, they wasn't able to conceive. In Genesis 30, they gave their handmaid Bilhah and Zilpah to Jacob, was conceived and had the 12 tribes of Israel. And what did Leah and Rachel say? God has truly judged me. You always gonna be judged regarding the laws, because everything in this world what takes place is consistent with the laws of God. What we do in this world has everything to do with the law, whether we for the law or whether we are good or whether we against the law. That means if you go against the law, you're gonna be judged and you're gonna be cursed. But if you for the law, you're gonna be judged and you're gonna be blessed. So I hear a lot of these New Testament cats, they get up in here, they so oblivious, and they laugh at a lot of the stuff that they don't understand. So when we talk about these things, they got the emoji face where it's like a laughing face, like this nigga don't even know what he talking about. No, you don't know what you talking about. Because we got some women so stupid and ignorant to thinking that we in the New Testament. And if you so much in the New Testament, why is it that what was happening in the New Testimony is written in the Old Testament? Jeremiah 31, God said he was going to make a new covenant with the house of Judah and the house of Israel, that they would no longer say, learn or teach me the word. You see what I'm saying up in Jeremiah 31. I'm going to go there and read exactly what it says, right? No longer should they say, right here. Let's go Jeremiah 31, and we're going to start with, it said, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Most High. I will put my laws in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they said, teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Most High, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Most High, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sins no more. Jeremiah 31st chapter, 33 and 34. This written in this written in the Old Testament, but somehow it got put up in the New Testament, and these fools actually believe that this is written in the New Testament. Why is Jeremiah speaking this prophecy? And Jeremiah is a prophet from the Old Testament. How stupid can you be? How dumb can you be? So ignorant to the point is, y'all believe Christ is coming. Hosea 3 and 5 said, look for God and David in the latter days. Some people say, that's talking about the covenant that was made with David, but it's a seed that's coming from David, and they want to talk about Jesus. How stupid can you be? Nowhere in the Old Testament that Jesus is acknowledged as a descendant of David. Because I talk to too many brothers that talk about Jesus being the seed of David when they read Luke 1 and 32. But then they also got a problem with Luke 3 and 23 when he said he's supposedly the son of Joseph. I had one ignorant brother said that Joseph come from the line of Judah. How is that possible if Joseph was one of the sons of Jacob? And Joseph actually had two children by Asenath, who was the daughter of a priest. And Genesis what? 42? Because people are saying that there's two Joseph, there's two Jacobs, but they can't explain them. They don't know where they come from. And then what make it so dumb, if you look up in the genealogy of in Matthew, the whole genealogy is combobulated, it's consecutive. No, not consecutive, but concurrent. So they all ran it together. They talks about from Abraham all the way to David. You know what I'm saying? And if you look up in the genealogy, well, what's written in the book of Matthew, which is so stupid that what people can't see, and you notice everything is ending with an S, which they say that's the Greek system of their alphabet, where they use to say that these are the descendants. Be for real. Be for real. Because see, when you look through the Old Testament, all the Hebrews are writing according to their language. How can you end up writing a genealogy according to a Greek custom? How stupid can you be? Now let's look at this right here. It said the book, Matthew, the first chapter, the book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. And look, notice it don't even start with Adam. It went straight to Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas and his brethren. But a brother told me this is not the Jacob that was written from the Old Testament. Now, right here, he just said Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas and his brethren. Whoa. Whoa. So somebody lying. Somebody is lying. This is the Jacob from the Old Testament. Abraham did have two sons, which was Isaac and Ishmael. But it mentioned Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob. This is the same Jacob from the Old Testament. Then he said, and Jacob begot Judas and his brethren. So who is Judas? Is this referring to Judah, the fourth son of Leah, according to the Old Testament? And Judas begot Phares. And this is talking about the Phares in Genesis 38, when Judah had three sons, which was Onan, and Shemaiah, who ended up having a child, who Judah ended up having a child with Tamar. And she ended up having another two sons, which was Phares and Zerah. Notice there how they're spelled different, but they're talking about the same people according to the Old Testament. Then it begat Ezra, and Ezra begat Aram, and Aram begat Aminadab. And if you look at all of these right here, Aram, Aminadab, Nasan, Salmon, all these people is mentioned in the book of Ruth, the 4th chapter, when you're talking about the genealogy of David. Salmon begat Booz, which was supposed to have been Boaz, because Boaz was the one who buried Ruth in order to gain the inheritance of the land of his brother Elimelech, who died, who was the husband to Naomi. And it says, and Boaz, and it said Booz begat Obed of Ruth, and Obed begat Jesse. They just skipped all through everything else and just said Obed and Jesse. But the brother said, this is a different Jacob. This is a different Joseph. But you New Testament, or even our Old Testament sisters, or just sisters, period, who disregard of what the law tells you, you will go against that to show ignorance, or really just show how selfish you are according to the word of God. Because if you disregard the law, God said do all his commandments, not some of them. He said keep all his commandments. But you deny a man to multiply his seed and think that a man's loyalty is to you. You are not God. You did not create a covenant to give to the people of Israel. So the thing is, loyalty is never expressed to a woman, nor is loyalty expressed to a man, because